Next honoree that we're presenting today, actually it's a little different. We're going to present him with something, then he's going to turn around and present us with something. Isn't that great? Okay. So let's put your hands together for former NFL player, Mr. Duane Stark. And Vice Chair Gord is actually going to do a presentation to him first, and then he'll speak and then present.
You have to believe when you see a gentleman like Duane coming back here after being successful. He beginning was here in this park. So the city of Miami first salutes Duane L. Stark on the occasion of the ribbon cutting and grand opening celebration of the Theater of Gibson Parks and dedication of the Duane L. Stark Field of Dreams. The city of Miami wishes to pay tribute to Duane L. Stark, one of the driving forces behind the South Florida sports scene. We value Duane's commitment to elevating the quality of life in Miami through critical shareable contribution, and the Stark Charitable Foundation, on behalf of our citizens, we here thanks Duane L. Stark for being a valuable community partner and commend his creative approaches to bringing our community together. This is on behalf of the Mayor of the City of Miami and the Commissioner of the City of Miami, Special Michelle Spence-Jones. Congratulations, Duane, and thank you on behalf of all of us.
I'd like to thank God for being here, for giving me this opportunity, first of all. And I wouldn't be a towner if I won't start off like this. Towners! Alright, that makes me feel good all the time. I mean, it's good to be a towner, man. Especially a day like this, it's good to be from a neighborhood that taught me pretty much everything I know about sports. Without guys like Papa Daddy, which we all call him Emmanuel, Ben Hanks, who was always competitive. And I'll tell you one thing about this park. My wife always asks me, you challenge everyone in everything. I know how to play ping pong, I know how to play basketball, I know how to play football. I know how to do everything. But I learned that in places like this. Gibson Park, William Park, Reeves Park. But Gibson Park, I would say, had the best talent of athletes that really came up along, because you have guys like Ben Hanks who played, you have guys like Shank Crummy who comes out. It's to name, I mean, I can go on and on about it. Exactly, the Crumps, you know, that whole Crump family, they was all talented. And the thing is, we learn our talents from the people around us. And I felt like not only did my wonderful family raise me, but these parks raised me as well. You know, and I think that's important, because your child in the house, someone else is raising your child. And I'd rather be a Gibson Park with facilities you can trust that raise your child and send them in the right direction where they need to go. Michelle Spence, I mean, what could I say? She stuck behind me. You know, when I did the Christmas giveaway, I've always come back to the community, giving back to the community in some form or fashion. And there was one point where I really needed someone to back me for the Christmas toy drive. What we did here at Gibson Park, we call it Gifts for Grades. Last but not least, on behalf of the Starks Charitable Foundation, we would like to present the OVERTOWN Optimus Club with a check for $5,000. All right.
Well, thank you, Duane. We really appreciate it, and it's going to definitely go to good use.
For the football season, the OVERTOWN Optimus had seed money to at least get started, because you know it's tough these days. So we want to say thank you for at least making the first initial steps, and it's a 3-year commitment that he's made. So we want to thank him for that 3-year commitment. So he's not just talking the talk, he's what? Walking the walk.
2, 1. Yeah. pull-ups in. I know you got it.
I'm here with Commissioner Michelle. How you feeling?
Hot,
I know it's very hot in sunny South Florida.
but excited for the grand opening of Gibson Park.
And you all, I mean, this is a beautiful facility.
Yes.
There's some dedications to Ms. Gibson,
Yes.
Mr. Starks. Kind of tell us a little bit about that.
Well, today we're actually opening up the park after it's been closed a while. We did a whole restoration project of about $10.9 million. It's a state-of-the-art park for sports. You're sitting, or you're standing, I should say, on the field here. It's turf. You know, any college, university player can play on this field. We have a state-of-the-art gym. We have a great place to baseball. So it's just a great facility for the kids part of Overtown.
Tell me, why is it so important to have this facility here in Overtown?
It's a beacon of hope, a beacon of light for people in the neighborhood, you know, so that they have somewhere that they can come and just remove themselves from whatever carries they have in the world going on with them. So, you know, the parks are important. You know, kids learn here, they play here, you know, and they, you know, learn or get themselves prepared for the future. And, you know, Duane, you know, grew up in these parks, and it's great to see that he's back, you know, giving back in a great way. And what better way to do that? The name was still happening.
I'm going to tell you, you're doing an awesome job. I know you've gone through some struggles in your
Yes,
life
I
as well.
have.
And so, especially the school system is like pulling away a lot of these school programs after school. So I do believe this park is a great thing. We want to, how do we get to follow you, know more about some of the programs that you're doing here in the community?
Well, you can definitely go to the City of Miami website and check us out there. All the programs are there. You know, and just stay informed online. You know, there's a lot of things that are happening in the heart of our district, Liberty City, Little Haiti, now Overtown. So we just keep moving.
Now listen, you should be writing a book, because I know that you're, oh, you got one coming?
No comment.
No comment. We're going to look out for you. Thank you so much.
All right,
Michelle.
God bless.
All right, listen, we're checking here out. We're at Gibson Park. This is dedicated to my main man, Duane Starks. Congratulations to you. It's a beautiful facility. We're here on a wonderful, beautiful day in South Florida. Well, check us out. Let's get some more interviews, all right? We'll be right back. I'm here with the man that made the man possible, Mr. Starks. How you feeling, sir?
Just great.
Now, I've been seeing you about a couple years. I was saying last time I saw you was on the golf course years ago when Duane, your son, was doing this great Starks Charitable Foundation effort. How do you feel being the father of this wonderful young man, Duane, that this beautiful park is named after him?
I am so excited because it's something I instilled in him ever since he was about 7 years old, about making something of his life.
Hey,
Never God taken, and never to forget where he came from.
See, Brother D? You're right. We heard him talk about, you know, the parks that he grew up here, and also some of the great things that he has done. Like, tell me, like, seeing Duane as a young man, you know, becoming a father, how does that make you feel, and what are some things that you want to tell other young men out there to go after?
Well, first of all, education. That's number one, because that's one thing the world can't take from you. Once you got it, they can't take it back. They can take anything else, but they cannot take education. It's better to have it, not need it, than to need it and don't have it.
Right. Now, tell us a little bit of, you know, we want to get inside Duane. Is there any like stories you want to tell us about Duane as a young boy? You know, didn't wash the dishes, you know, what? And anything funny you want to tell us about Duane growing up in these parks as well?
Well, he did. He was a pretty good boy growing up because I was kind of, you know, tough on him. He like, you know, he listened.
Okay.
But like any other boys, he was a little mischievous.
Oh, okay.
And I'll never forget when they had the Gombe in Coconut Grove. And he wanted to go with some friends of his. So I gave him $20. Okay. To he was going to catch the rail to go. And he went with a friend of his, and his friend decided that they were going to jump the rail, so he jumped the rail too. But fortunately, the security guy there knew me, and he called me. Instead of arresting him, you know, he held him there until I got there.
Gotcha.
And that was one of the biggest embarrassments I think he ever had. Wow. That I had to come and get him. I said, now come and get you this time. I'm not going to the jailhouse to get you.
Gotcha.
If you go after something you got no business with, you got $20 in your pocket. You decide that you're going to save $1 by jumping the rail. And we laugh about that sometimes now.
But I understand that probably taught him some good lessons.
Good lesson that he could be arrested.
Gotcha. But listen, that to this, a great young man, a great father, a great staple in the community, NFL, great. I want to thank you, Mr. Starks, for your time, and also just thank you once again. You know, God bless you, and many thanks to you for instilling those things in Duane. Congratulations to you so much. Thank you so much.
Thank you very much.
Thank you. Listen, here at Mr. Stark, we're going to check out some other people. We're going to see Duane, some of course, NFL friends as well. But stay tuned, we'll be right back.
Hello, hit it. S-E-L-L-O. Greetings to you, and how do you do? The orange green midget says hello to you. Hit it. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah. Who are you getting for? R-A-T-T-L-E-R-S. Yeah, who are you getting for? R-A-T-T-L-E-R-S. Yeah, who are you getting for? R-A-T-T-L-E-R-S. Yeah, who are your best? Let's get the rest. Orange, green, and white. Brothers, let's fight. Let's hear it for the orange. Let's hear it for the green. Charge it up. Orange, green, yeah, who are you getting for? O-T-R-S. O-T-R-S. Oh, let me hear you say it. T from the heart. Oh, let me hear you scream it. O-T-R. Oh, let me hear you say it. T from the heart. Oh, let me hear you scream it. O-T-R. Oh, let me hear you say it. T from the heart. Oh, let me hear you scream it. O-T-R. Motions, hit it. Hey, you. We got the motions that the mighty rebels going to roll your motions. You will fall.
We're here with some of Duane Stark's good friends. I'm here with Lavelle, Mr. Andy in the suit, looking real good out here, and also Coach Terry. How y'all feeling, man? Feeling good. Listen, I'm gonna go from my left to right. How about that? So, let us know what you're doing now, and also tell us a little bit about some of Duane's efforts and partnering and
Okay, well, I got my own security company, doing the security and concierge company. Got a couple of barbershops and all that, and me and Duane always come together. Just have like a powwow to just talk and see what we need to do. And then, he told us about this and we invited us, and then it's so nice that someone left the community and come back here too. You know what I'm saying? And it's glad that he understands that, I left. That don't mean I left. You know what I'm saying? I left to go live better, but that don't mean I'm going to leave. Because not everybody's privileged to do what he did. You know what I'm saying? But he's coming back and helping the community. That's awesome. And then just good friends. We stay in contact with each other. He's been great ever since, man. He's one of the most humblest people you could ever know, man. He's a really good guy.
And Lavelle, you're telling the truth, because I've known him for many years, but you're so I'm going to come back to you as well about your business. Andy, long time. I've been seeing you since 2 Christmases ago. Well, I always see you at charity events and something you're supporting. How are you doing, man?
I'm doing great. I'm blessed and thankful. Personally, I'm a longtime friend of Duane, high school friend. I'm the company Tropical Elegance, special events, decor, and also I'm the lawn director for the City of Pompano Beach, the redevelopment program that we have going on. But as far as Duane, we go way back. His heart has always been good. Always, from high school, college, always came back, holding events for the kids, always giving back. And that's something that me personally, I've always looked up to, where I used to always hear about it. Here it is, a close friend of mine, I'm actually living with him. So to come back and see this great honor that's been given to him, we're all proud. We're all proud because he's somebody we grew up with and something we've seen from as kids. And now he's actually seeing it and giving back. So we're thankful.
And that's hard to see too. You guys are a testament of his life growing up. Now, Coach Terry, how you doing, man?
I'm good. How you doing?
Now doing well. Now, did you teach some of the things Duane knows on the field?
You know what? I can lie and say I did. Yeah, I taught him everything. But Duane's core has always been great. His athletic skills. He came to beach. He could play basketball, football. As a matter of fact, we're at a track meet. Well, I had a track meet on probably Thursday. Tuesday, he running through. I said, "Yo, Duane, come here." And I said, "I want to show you how to long jump." He goes and wins the district at long jump.
Wow.
and then he started really running track, and he's just a phenomenal person, not only as an athlete, and his mom and his family just raised him so good. And there would be times when, back in the day, I would bring him over to town and just come back and talk with him. He's always able to deal with anybody, from corporate level to just on the streets. He's personal. It's because his core person is great. So I'm just happy to see, like, to have a football field. I mean, we're a football, Duane's a football field. And to have a football stadium named after you, Duane Stark, man, I am so proud. I'm just so proud. You know, it's like my baby. It's great because, you know, he's just a great person.
Now, all you all said the same thing about Duane being a great person, and understand how powerful that is to have people that grew up with Duane. You all are businessmen. You all probably fathers, you know, a brother to somebody, a son to somebody. Give me 30 seconds or less. What's something you want to tell those young men out there that haven't probably one day have a football field? More great, do something great for you. Give me something that you want to give to a young man out there.
Listen to the positive people that's older than you. Respect, bring that old school feeling back and listen to these guys. They will teach you, they ain't gonna teach you no wrong. Find somebody that truly loves the community and loves you. Find a community that, you know, it's an old saying, you know, it takes a village to raise a kid, and it does. You know, so just find that person, that Duane Stark, and then just follow his lead. And believe me, you can't fail. That's big. That's big. Thank you.
Personally, be true to yourself. Have a dream, believe it, live it, and go through it. Times will get tough, stick with it. If you believe in your dream, eventually it's going to come. I like to tell a lot of people you don't necessarily have to play football. You can be a business owner, you can be a father, you can be, no matter what you do in life, just believe in what you're doing. And eventually in life, you get the results you're supposed to have.
First of all, just have a belief in God, have a faith, and because that's what guides you. And then secondly, have a core family, not necessarily a family, just mom, dad. Believe in your family, but have a group of people that you trust. And then finally, have a sense of stick-to-itness. You know, sometimes people in this world, we can get on our phone and get instant gratification or get instant information when there's no real sacrifice or no real desire to sacrifice. And I think a lot of times we want everything real quick, and real and truly great things like this place right here came through a lot of sacrifices, a lot of different individuals. So I think if I could give a child any true sense of purpose or direction, God, family, and self-sacrifice.
Listen, fellas, it's been great. Coach, my man, I mean, you kind of bronzed up in the gym, man, making me feel small over here. Andy, thank you guys so much. Listen, we'll be right back with some other great people, but I want to let you all see some good men, good, strong men. Duane, love you, man. Continue doing some great things.
Baby, proud of you, man.
Listen, we
proud
out.
Of you, proud of you, proud of you, baby.
Right. Now, listen, I know Amado Shaw always says it's my main man, but this is my main man, Darren Smith. How you feeling, baby?
I'm doing good, Jay. All is well.
Do you look good? Listen, man, you're one person. I was telling somebody when I saw you walk up, I said, now there's Darren Smith, a true man of God, a true athlete, a true individual. You know, Darren, I can go on and on, but we're not here for you. But we're here for someone like you and Duane Stark. Like, tell me some things. First, tell me what you got going on, and then I want you also to talk about your main man, Duane Stark.
All right. Well, you know, I still have my Million Book Read going on, so anybody who wants to be a part of that can log on to www.millionbookread.com. Okay. And it's all about reading with our kids. And so that's the focus right now, that we spend time with them reading, letting them know how important reading is, because it's up to us to eradicate this illiteracy that's going on in our community. So that's what I'm up to right now. And that's another reason why I'm here today to support Duane and Gibson Park, because I know that places like this give our kids those opportunities, and they set foundations that we need. I remember when I was growing up, it was the people around me, the adults who encouraged me, who led me, who showed me the right way. And so for people like Duane to come out and give these kids this opportunity, man, it makes you want to come out and continue to support him and support Gibson Park and encourage our youth as well.
Now, Darren, you're doing some great things. Darren talked about being a mentor. I know you were part of the Big Brothers Big Sisters program, and you got connected with them again. You had a big. So a lot of people can't be in that program because there's like 1,000 people waiting list. Right. But they can come to a park like Gibson Park. Now, what are some things that you want to tell the community, how you were raised and maybe how Duane was raised to come to the level where you had the Million Book Read website and also program where Duane has a partner in it for him? What are some things that you want to tell the young men and women out there to be and strive for?
Well, I just always want to tell them to strive for greatness, and to make sure you surround yourself with great people. It was because of the people that was around me that have allowed me to have a life where people consider successful, to be able to play in the NFL and to go and get college degrees and to earn a master's degree and just to be a part of a life where people say it's successful. But it all started with the people who were around me, those adults who loved me, who nurtured me, who cared for me. And that's what I'm here for. That's what Duane is here for. Men like Emmanuel Washington, that's what he's here for. And so I think it's important that you search out these people. If you don't have a father in your life, I didn't have a father. My father died when I was 3 years old, so I tended to latch on to my coaches. Yeah. And that's what made football important, but it was more than football. It was life lessons that I was learning from these men. Many of the men who are still in my life now, who I still call coach, many of them who are now pastors. But I think God, put those people around me and set that foundation for me to understand the importance of, number one, placing God first, but also always striving for greatness and not allowing any excuses to stop me from becoming successful.
Gotcha. Now listen, they said don't blow your own horn. So I'm a two for you, man. This is a what? College and NCAA champ, right? Two times. Yeah. Super Bowl champ?
2 times.
2 times. And what else? You got two degrees?
Yeah, 2 degrees. And like I say, you mentioned earlier I was part of Big Brothers and Big Sisters, and I credit my big brother a lot with that. His name is Simon Marksman. He was an avid reader, and he kind of set that foundation for me when I wanted to go out and play. He was like, man, let's do some work for us. I'm like, what in the world is going on? Who did they match me up with? Yeah, you know what I mean. But it was because of Seymour. He set this foundation along with my mom for a lifelong journey of education, literacy, and reading. Actually, I was just named the national spokesman for the Big Brothers and Big Sisters.
Wow, congratulations.
Yeah, so I think that was announced on last week. And so I'm actually going to have the opportunity to go around the country and encourage all the littles and the bigs to keep doing it and try to make more connections and encourage more, especially African American men, to become more involved with the Big Brothers and Big Sisters, because hey, men out there, we need you.
Yeah, you do.
We need you. So
I feel good because I think didn't I reconnect you with Big Brothers and Big Sisters? Was that me?
Yeah, you actually did, man. You had the basketball event and it kind of reconnect. No, actually it did. It kind of reconnected us, and from then on we stayed in touch.
Our heart feels good right now, man.
People like Gail Nelson who do a great job at the Big Brothers and Big Sisters, who made sure that we, his heart is for the kids, and
it is.
Mine is as well. Being a little, I'm still a little. Seymour's still in my life. We're together 33 years now. We're still at the same church and all of that type of stuff. And so I just want to encourage all our men out there, man. Make sure that you be a part of a young man's life, if not even your own child, but some child.
You're right. So listen, Duane, 2 degrees, 2-time NCAA champ, 2 Super Bowls, but most important,
they call me Mr. Triple Double.
Triple Double, I like that. But listen, most importantly, Duane, I'm calling you Duane. Darren, continue. You and Duane are so much alike. Y'all synonymous when y'all do things for the community. But continue, man. How can we once again be in contact with you? How can we find you?
You could get us on www.millionbookread.com. You can always latch on to that, become a part of what we're doing, helping read the kids. You can go and sign up to be a part of our reading team. We're trying to reach 1 million people. Our goal is to eradicate illiteracy, and it's going to start with us.
Love it. Listen, we'll be right back. My main man, Darren. Follow him, and also continue to greatness, man. Take care. We're out. We're here with the man of the hour, the week, the day, the year. My main man, Duane Stark. How you feeling, man?
Man, I'm great, man. J. Ray and Life Management, I tell you.
Listen, it's my turn. You don't gotta shine me, but thank you for the also.
Hey, you've been there for me all the time, so I got it.
No, I appreciate you. And what's your name?
Kai.
He playing shot like his dad. You sometimes play shot, but listen, definitely, Duane. I watched you for many years, man, doing great things. I met you, I want to say, probably 11, 12 years ago. And from that day one, and I talked to some of your friends, I'm going to tell you some of the things they said, and also we're going to show later on. But this day's for you, man. This day's, I know you're a humble man, you always stay on top, and you stay humble. And this day's for you, man. This park is named after you, man.
Named after me and my name. It's just amazing. It's a blessing that, no matter what you do, how much you give back to charity, how much you give back to the community, some things you just don't expect. Right. And just to have a football field named after me, kind of brought me to tears, knowing that I've stamped my name on this earth, knowing that what I've done has paid off.
And sometimes, man, you're working because, you know, many people say, man, he's an NFL athlete, he's got it made, he's a beautiful wife, beautiful children, but they don't understand you go through hardship. I know because I've done many events, and, you know, money is not always fluently coming. You know, people have a misconception, but you gotta, Duane, you go out there and work. You go out there and give the book bags. You always, you know, do things. Tell me, because I want you to encourage some of the athletes that may say, you know, making money or cutting a check of $10,000 like you did today, you did $5,000. People don't understand that is also a sacrifice. Kind of tell some other athletes and some people out there that may not be athletes, how can they help benefit the community?
Well, I mean, first off, I have to give thanks to God, you know, giving me the opportunity to do such things, and give thanks to my family because, you know, they kept me grounded. They've always kept me inspired to do things and always thought about other people, and that's where it starts. Everything else is gravy. It's a bonus. You know, you always want to go back, no matter what you accomplish. Think about the other people that could not accomplish for whatever reason it was. You know, it doesn't mean that they didn't have the talent, but other obstacles get in the way where they cannot fulfill their dreams. You know, for instance, you know, for women, some have kids. It just cuts their whole career short, whether they're, you know, athletically inclined and just have to stop to support their family. Whatever the thing may be, whatever that it may be, you know, it's just something that you have to get over. The things that I've done for the community is something that I've done for the heart, not for a tax break, not for anything else. It's just for the heart because I want to see kids come up the same way I did and make it out of a hard situation.
Yeah, what's up, man? You know what? Speaking of hard situation, you sound just like your friend. I interviewed all your friends. They said the same thing you just said. Surround yourself with great people. And also, you know, stay grounded. You compliment your family. Now, I did talk to Pop, talk to your dad. You know, I asked a question. I said, you know, Duane's a good young man, an astute young man doing some great things in the community. Is there any time then in his life that you had to, you know, probably reprimand? I did go there and correct him. So he told us a story about him giving you $20 to go to the Goon Bear.
Oh,
what happened, Duane? I'm gonna let you tell it first. I heard from your pops. What happened?
It was an innocent situation. It truly was. We went over to the Metro Rail. A guy in front of us jumped the Metro Rail station, and the officer just told everyone to come in because he thought we were all together.
Gotcha.
And he wouldn't let us go, so I had to call my dad, and he had to come get me. It was one of those, I guess, 5-minute arrest. But you know, that's something that we all go through. Kids go through that all the time. And don't let one incident slow you down. You gotta always stay on track. But just like I mentioned before, little small things like that could really damage something. And for the people who can overcome it and avoid it, that's a plus.
And that's why it's so important, as your friends and your father and you said, you got to surround yourself. Do you think that's the most important thing, surrounding yourself with the right people and the right environment, or do you think it's just you going after your dreams? What kind of?
I think it's about surrounding yourself with the right people and taking advice from the right people. I think that's the most important part because you can be around the right people and they can give you wrong advice.
Gotcha.
You know, because everyone has an opinion on what it is that they need to be doing and what it is that someone else needs to be doing, especially as an athlete. When you hear things, you know what's right and you know what's wrong. So educate yourself. I mean, it's important to educate yourself, read books, and understand things yourself because when it comes to contracts or whatever it is, trust the people that you know what they're talking about. And that's important in getting forward in life and everything else. So, and you can attest to it each and every day when you're doing business deals, whether it's a football contract, whether it's a sports contract, whether it's any
restaurant and anything.
Just being able to understand it and being able to understand good advice, and that's important. That'll get you more.
Now, Duane, speaking of good advice in business, I know you're that man that keeps it going. You want to provide for your children. I know you have a limousine service. Tell us about that. I definitely want to, have people know about that. And also tell us some things you see probably 10 years from now, maybe a book or something. What do you see down the road, man?
Well, down the road, I'll speak on it right now. Right now, I do have a limousine company. It's doing pretty decent. It's something that I want to get involved in and to own my own business as I continue, and transition from the NFL into everyday living. It's a difference.
It's different.
It's not. Yeah, I'm not in football meetings every day, but I'm almost in some type of business meeting every day. And another thing is what I see down the line. Basically, education. Trying to find a way to educate athletes, try to educate other kids or whatever on business, because that's what's going to strive in the future. future. The other thing is, I have my production company.
Yes, you do.
The production company right now, we're with Red Bull Media House. They're shopping the show, and you'll see sooner or later a show called the.
Out the bag. What is it? What is it?
It's a comedic tribute to professional athletes. So that's pretty much that's soon to come.
It takes time, perseverance. We've been working a long time together. Duane, how can we find you on Facebook? How can we find you on Twitter? Whatever. How can we get in contact with you through your business, QuanStar? How can we get in contact with you?
Well, you can always reach me at www.quantstarlimo.com. That's one way to get in contact with me. The other way, I'm on Twitter at dstarks22. You'll see me on there. And once you reach me on Twitter, you pretty much reach me anywhere
It's
else.
on your hip, right?
Yeah, exactly.
And listen, Duane, we thank you once again. We thank your family, your father, your mother, your sisters that came out here. I don't know, Sharon, Darling, I don't know where they are, but they're running around. And your son, he just ran through here, was lifting some weights back over there. But listen, continue from one man to another, continue striving, continue greatness, man. And we're all looking up to you. And you always have a friend of me, LYFE TV, LYFE Management Group, and we want to thank you, man. Give a shout out, last words, and don't start thanking because you're going to have a long list. But I'm going to give you the mic. Talk to the people out there, and last few words from Duane Stark.
This is D Starks coming at you live on LYFE TV. My message to you is stay motivated. Thank God. Give God all the glory for your blessings because you never know when you will receive those blessings. And just motivate yourself some type of way. Get educated and keep moving forward. God bless you.